Hey, good afternoon traders, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at doing a midweek update where we're going to run through the indices, do a quick recap and tell you where those stand, where price action is, and where I think it's going. And we're going to run through the MAG7. We are also going to look at a couple key hot stocks that I know you're going to love. And then ultimately Bitcoin, Ethereum, and we're going to put one on your radar that I think is ready to pop. And I'm going to tell you how I'm playing it for significant upside. So let's start with the SPY. And clearly we have an new time high yesterday. And then today, lo and behold, we have a daily confirming candle of this move higher yesterday. So what does that tell us? It tells us we are going higher in the short term. We are above and we have a breakout of the parallel we've been in, which is this large parallel here, right? So we have that breakout and it is confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. So that tells us and tells me that in the short term we're going higher. We may see a little bit pullback action to the 9 EMA, maybe even the 21, but ultimately I think our upside is about 655 on the short term. Then from there we'll have to assess price action, but I like this to move higher over the coming days and weeks. On the Qs, we have a breakout above the parallel we've been in, same as the SPY, and we have confirmation of all new time highs, as well as breakout of that parallel confirmation. We may come back and back test the 9 and the 21, but that's healthy. Look for this to move higher as well. But be mindful of this bearish divergence we have on the RSI. That could invalidate and we could go through it, but just be mindful of it. Moving on to the IWM. This one is looking absolutely beautiful, guys. Hopefully you were able to get in when it retested the 150. If not, somewhere in this bullish consolidation. But here's where we are today. So we had this kind of breakdown to this 150, put this bullish consolidation, as I said, and then yesterday we had a massive move through and closed above the supply zone, and then today we had a move and put in a new high that put us above this pivot top high. So we have fantastic price action on the IWM. What are we looking for? We're looking for confirmation of this move above this range. If we get a close above this today's close, or today's high actually, we will have a confirmation. Then you could look for a retrace down to this area here. If we get something like this, get a retrace to say the 9 EMA, and then we are moving higher. We have this inverse head and shoulders. If you watch my IWM video, you would see that this inverse head and shoulders puts us at a price target of about 247, which would get us new highs on the IWM. I am bullish this name, obviously the CTF, and I am long, strong, and loving this price action. I think we go up from here. Getting into the MAG7, we have Apple. Apple was, as you guys know, forming, had this massive triangle. Then we broke out of the triangle. We had this bullish consolidation. We put in this bear trap, absolutely nasty bear trap. Then from there, had a 16% move up, and it's just been relentless to the upside. Next day, move up. Following day, move up. Then we put in this bullish consolidation, took out this high today, tested this gap fill. We didn't quite get it, so that makes me think we are even going higher in the coming days. I'm in September and October calls on this and absolutely love the price action. We may see a retrace and be healthy. What I love to see is actually a breakout here tomorrow, then a back test of this cloud here, and then boom, we're off to the races. So gotta love the price action on Apple. By virtue of this volume, you can see it was under accumulation. This thing is primed to move higher. Moving on to Amazon, what do we have here? We have, if you followed my charts and my analysis, you know we're inverse head and shoulder breakout, back test, move into earnings. Then we set up this nice move to a high of about 235. Then we had a gap down on earnings and a fake out, in my opinion. Now we're putting in a bull flag with bullish consolidation. Today's move was fantastic. I like a breakout of this on a breakout of this high here. You can take this and ride this to gap fill at about 235.64 and then to previous all-time highs and likely beyond. So RSI looks good. I'm long the name and bullish on Amazon. Moving into Google. Oh, this was beautiful. Massive, massive bull flag bullish consolidation, breakout. Then we had some consolidation, breakout again of this previous supply zone. And then today, we obviously back tested it. It was the perfect setup to get long at 198.25. So this was absolutely picture perfect entry here. Look for this thing to move higher. I mean, we got the absolute perfect back test we were looking for. I did a video on Google. In fact, I'll link it at the end of this analysis of today's video. And you can see I called this perfectly. Breakout here, back test here, entry point, break and retest. And look for this to move to 216, 217 over the coming weeks. Moving on to Meta, what do we have here? Meta looks absolutely bullish and strong. We have this flagpole. We're in this channel right now. We had a breakout. Now we have a back test. We're likely going to probably back test the center line or median of the triangle, which triangles usually do. So don't be scared if that happens. That would be an absolute awesome entry point at about 770 if you're not already in for a move to likely the top of this parallel, 840s. So it looks good. Microsoft, I'm neutral on this one. Obviously it's bullish, but it's putting in, this is what you could consider a bear flag. So just depending on how this resolves, could go really either way. We could break down, get back into this parallel, or we can bust out higher. I'm neutral. I don't have a horse in this race, and I'm staying on the fence on this one. Netflix. Netflix is absolutely beautiful. We had this descending broadening wedge, if you want to call it, or parallel, however you want to look at that. And we had this breakout through the cloud, back test of the cloud, back test of the cloud, back test of the cloud. So this is just trying to scare people off. I would not be scared by this one bit. In fact, I'm long the 1250 and 1300 calls on Netflix. I like this. I don't like today's big dark red candle, but again, I think they're just trying to shake people off. I think this could come in maybe a little bit more, and then I look for a hammer candle. I think this one's going higher. First target really on this one is 1273, and then from there we're likely moving higher as well, as long as the market shape does what it does and stays healthy and bullish, which it appears no indication of anything but that. Okay, moving on to Tesla. So I'm going to start in the zoomed out view because I want to show you we've been in this massive triangle. Then we had this move higher, and then we are forming another triangle. So you have this one triangle that we've already broken out of, and that's why you have these two triangles on here. So we had a breakout. We have confirmation of that breakout. And then right now we're just putting in consolidation. And I would say it's healthy and bullish as long as we keep our closes above this high here. So 338.35. We got close to it today. The other triangle you see is this internal triangle. So that one broke out, but we have not got a confirmed move. We would, in order to confirm above this second triangle, we need a confirmation and a close above. Basically, look for a close above 3. It's 347.39, but 338, just round numbers. 338 is where we want that close above it. If we could do that tomorrow, this thing is next testing the 355. Then once we get above that, this thing can run. This thing can absolutely run higher. Check this out. I mean, if we could get a decisive close above 358, look at this. Look at just this air pocket here. We will move straight. I mean, not straight, but we will go. But the next target will be the 430s. So I am bullish Tesla. I'm long Tesla, both shares and calls. Again, what you want to be on the lookout for, we don't want to close below this 338. Otherwise, we're likely going to back test probably here, then likely the back test of this triangle down to 320, and we don't want that. So again, Tesla looks great, but it has to continue to stay constructive and close above 338. Okay, looks good so far. All right, the MAGs. The MAGs is a ETF of the Magnificent Seven, and clearly, you can see we broke out to past previous all-time highs. Okay, that is this blue line here, 58, and we confirmed above it. So all we're really doing is back testing. Again, the MAG7 looked great. I mean, this tells you right here, we are likely going higher on this. We are getting some bearish divergence, just to be aware of here. But, you know, could we back test, you know, this 58.70 level? Absolutely. I'm actually going to mark that as an alert, this area, because I would be a buyer here. So this looks good. All right, moving past the MAG7, looking into some tickers that I know everybody is watching and has been bullish on is Hood. We have this breakout of this descending wedge, broadening wedge. We have breakout, we have confirmation on that breakout of the wedge, but we did not have confirmation above this previous all-time high. Hence, we got the red candle, and then we had a sell back down. So what did we do today? We sold down into the 9, back tested the 9, didn't quite get to the 21, but we did close inside the cloud. So likely it wants to back test. My thoughts are it probably wants to back test this 104 or this 21. So be looking for a back test here. You need to hold this to stay bullish on it. If we get a back test at a nice, you know, hammer candle off that, then we're likely going higher on it. But if we get through this and fail back into this, you know, much lower on Hood. So yeah, that's kind of how I see Hood. AMD is doing some great things. AMD moving on. We had this breakout of this massive inverse head and shoulders, this move. We've had nothing but actually structured price action and back test, like absolute break and retest. It's been a thing of beauty on the daily. It's been a thing of beauty on the 4 hour. It's been a thing of beauty on the 1 hour. I mean, honestly, go back and look at some of these, and it has just been absolutely beautiful. So we broke out of this descending wedge, and we gapped up. We held the breakout. So tomorrow we want to see continued follow through, and I think it's going to happen because let me show you. Let me take us down to the 1 hour price chart. And this is what I mean by break and retest. So check. Actually, let's go to the 30-minute. So look at this. It's a thing of beauty. So let's go to this area here. This previous this previous high here. Look at this, right? So we broke out through it, back tested it. Today, absolute a thing of beauty. Back tested that 180 inside the cloud, moved higher, bullish consolidation, little fade through it on the 21 on the 30-minute. But to me, ladies and gentlemen, this is just another bull flag on AMD, and I like this to move higher tomorrow. Likely going to get a little bit of consolidation, coil up, and then boom, we're moving higher. Love the price action. Love how RSI is curling back up. AMD's going higher tomorrow, in my opinion. If it doesn't, look for another retest of this 180. I don't think that's going to fail, but if it does, then you're going to want to look down to this breakout of this wedge. But this looks so good. Big green buy volume. Look for the breakout higher. Okay, moving on to Bitcoin. Look at where we're at. We are in a bull flag. So we have, I got a lot going on here, so let me kind of walk you through it. So long term, we've been in this parallel, right? And price action over the last several years has just looked absolutely beautiful inside here. And then now let me kind of move to where we are today. So we had this inside this channel, we had this bull flag, consolidation, breakout through it, breakout above this range here, perfect, absolute thing of beauty on the back test, breakout, retest of this previous pivot top high, and then from here we've been moving higher. So we are moving into this topping tail, and we're hitting our head against it today. So the question is, will it break through, or will we get a retrace? I'm going to be looking for a retrace, just because the volume looks low relative to this sell volume here. So ideally we get a back test to here, and then boom, we're off to the races. Oops. So that's kind of how I see Bitcoin, and that would be absolutely bullish, guys. We want to see that. We want to see this back test of these highs right here. That would be amazing, and this back test of this cloud. And if it does that, yeah, that's a great place to add, great place to hold, great place to kind of keep your eye on. Might reset, RSI a little bit to give us that room to run. But this looks absolutely bullish. If we just continue and break through, let me take this off. If we just continue to break through, where could it go? Well, let me extend that out. Okay, let's put that right there and get that aligned perfectly. If we keep going, then likely if we go to there, really 131, and then boom, and then boom, that would be beautiful as well. So we'll see what it does, but this thing's starting to heat up. It's looking good, and especially with what Ethereum's doing. So if it does this, guys, before I transition to Ethereum, I would short here, but you could, but I wouldn't step in front of that. But what you would be looking for is a move higher, then a back test here. If we get this absolute picture perfect entry point, if we get this pullback here like I had previously drawn on into the cloud, that's the back test you want, and then we go higher. So it's just a matter of which path do we take. I favor this first path, and then that would be path number 2. But either way, it's bullish. I love Bitcoin. I think we're going much, much higher. ETH, oh my God, this thing has been on an absolute tear. I mean, guys, absolute tear. Just, I don't know where to start, but yeah, let's just start from our lows at 1,300, okay? Move higher, consolidation, fake out, bear trap, absolute bear trap here. I'll do a video on this, but yeah, bear trap. I did not sell, stayed in it, went with this move higher, and then we had this breakout, retest, test here, breakdown, absolute key buy area here, and now since that point, we've been moving higher. So I think we are going to target previous all-time highs at this 4,800 level, likely going to probably break through it to give us a new high. And then from there, from that breakthrough it, I see us selling down. And then, by the way, that would be the center point of the parallel to the median line. So I think it could go as high as about 5,000. Maybe it hits that 5,000 round number and then comes down. But then I think we get a nice, pretty solid fall all the way down to about 4,000. And then from there, that would be a picture perfect break and retest. That's your buy level. If you're not already in Ethereum, wait for 4,000. Do not be chasing these levels, in my opinion. We are extended. We have moved, we have had a breakout on RSI, which is here. But again, I think we tagged this 5,000 on Ethereum, and then we get a nice sell down into the 4,000 range. Wait for that, guys. That's Ethereum. Bullish price action. Love it. I think we're going much, much higher. SRPT, the one I promised you that I think is primed to have a very explosive move. What are we doing here? We had this massive descending wedge. We broke out of it. Okay, we have this massive descending wedge on gap downs. They've had some really, really bad earnings and bad things with their drugs. They've had some legal challenges, but price action is price action. It broke out of this this wedge. We formed this bullish consolidation, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are breaking out of this bullish consolidation. So short term, I see it going to about $23. From there, likely we'll retrace to $20 in the $20 range that we're breaking out of now. We got to see a confirmation tomorrow. If we see that, we'll likely target that 23. Aggressive traders could get it here, ride it to 23, depending on how you do it with calls. You could make 10 to 30% easily, maybe even more. And then if you wait for this breakout retest of this $20 range, that is the true way to play this. You also have an inverse head and shoulders. You have this little left shoulder, head, right shoulder as well. So if we do that breakout retest, it would be setting up this inverse head and shoulders. So again, just kind of speculating here and doing some extrapolation. But if we were to have that move, guys, the measured move on it from the breakout, from this inverse head and shoulders, would be about $13 range, which would put us into this supply zone here. So, and then guys, this is the measured move for the descending wedge here. So that's calculated by taking that. So we have two price targets. Once we get the breakout of this inverse head and shoulders, you're going to have your first price target is going to be about this 35, 36 level, and then $40. I also have a video that I'm going to link on SRPT at the end of this one. So make sure, if you were interested in seeing a full detailed analysis on SRPT, make sure you click that as well on it. So there you have it, guys. Midweek update. Hope you enjoyed the analysis. If you did, smash that like button, show me some love. Subscribe to the channel, tick that little bell. You'll get alerts in real time. I'm trying to do multiple videos per week, trying to bring you value and opportunities in the market so that you can be crushing this market like I am, and we're all going to make a lot of money. Again, as a disclaimer, no financial advice given, always for educational purposes and to show you what I am doing with my personal trading portfolio. There you have it, guys. Midweek update. Have a great, profitable week, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.